Hello, hello, everyone. I'm so excited to introduce Linda tonight and get her all logged in, and I'll give her a moment to make sure she can see your guys' comments. She doesn't have her sidekick with her today, so she is pulling up those comments. So make sure to jump on and say hi and where you're joining us from, because I don't know, there's just something so exciting and interesting to see kind of just where everybody is, different locations, and that's, it never gets old. It just never gets old. I don't know about you, Linda. It's so fun, right? To read those comments.
It is. It is. No,
Yeah.
I am not pulling it up yet.
Okay, well, comments. I see a couple people jumping on, but I don't see it on my phone yet either. So it's probably just taking a moment for different bandwidths. But overall, heck, I'm going to take this opportunity to say hi.
Yeah, Susan, I'm not getting this. I don't know why. It's always popped up before.
Is it on my personal page? Is that why? Did I do this wrong?
I'm on the Kiwi Lane Designs.
Hold on, let me see. I guess we'll see if personal friends are like, what are you doing on your personal page?
You know what,
Linda?
Did you put it on the wrong one?
Well, I don't know. Hold on. Well, by golly. Well,
Yeah, I've been scrolling and there is no live.
Sonia would tell us, right? If we were there.
Yeah.
No, I'm there. I'm on the Kiwi Lane Designs page. I just saw it on my phone. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
And I see comments. Okay, there we go.
Well, why am I not seeing it? Let me go back and make sure I am on Kiwi Lane Design.
Yes. Give you a moment to find that. I apologize. Yes, Lee's not with her today, guys. Lee's not here. She is figuring out the comments and the devices. I believe in her, though. I think she's got this.
I got it. Woohoo!
She was talking about, yeah, okay, good. So
awesome.
I'm sorry we're a couple of minutes late. I was being a little bit selfish because I wanted to just hang out with Linda for a moment, since Sonia always is the one to get this on, but she's at a soccer game. So I was lucky enough to be able to jump on at least and say hi. And honestly, I'm really excited about what Linda has to share, because it's so rejuvenating and rewarding to pull out some of those heritage pictures and kind of connect to those in your past. I know that Debbie's a big family history buff, and there's just something so connective when you look at past memory pictures. I have a few. I inherited a few from my parents, but I'm excited to see what you do with yours on your project here, Linda.
All right. Well, thank you, Susan. It's so nice to talk with you. It's been too long. We'll have to do it again.
Okay, I'll see you guys in the comments. I'm going to turn it over and let you share away.
Thank you.
All right.
Hello, guys. I see Lisa and Rhonda and Sharon and Christina, Darlene, Nikki, Shari, Tracy, Sharon, Cindy, Nikki. There you go. Oh, you guys. Hello, Alice and Janet, Bev, Sonia, Paulette, and I love seeing all you guys there. Thank you for joining me. And first off, I apologize. Lee is in the Wisconsin Dells tonight for business, and he called me about 5 o'clock and wished me good luck and to tell you all hello and that he will see you again on the 7th. I'll be doing the craft in the morning on the 7th. And as you know, that weekend is National Scrapbook weekend. So I hope you all have plans to go somewhere and be with a friend and just crop the couple of days. So tonight, though, I am going to be working with some of the heritage photos of my family. I know last time we did some with Lee, and I didn't think it would be fair to do any more of his family without him here. So anyway, what I want to go over with you first is a couple of little business items. If you have not been out on the Kiwi Lane website to shop, there is last chance. There's a few items there yet still to obtain. And when it says last chance, that means last chance. It will go into the vault and it will be no longer available till who knows. So, and the other thing for this month, Tiny Wildflower is on sale for 25% off, and that goes through the end of the month, the 30th. And if I'm wrong, correct me, Susan, but that's what I read. So tonight, I'm going to tell you real quick what we're going to use. I went to the scrapbook store, of course, and this has been a while, but I love the vintage collections that Simple Stories put out. And this one is called Simple Vintage Weathered Garden Pieces. Okay, there's 81 pieces. And I'm going to go quickly through and just show you the beautiful papers. Let me move this over just a little bit so maybe you can see a little better. And I mean, the greens and the olive colors, and it's not a mustard color, it's kind of a yellowy green. They are just simply gorgeous papers. And let's see, yeah, the yellow comes pretty close to what it is here on the screen. Good, I just wanted to double check. Of course, you got your cut aparts and just a lot of good sayings. Thankful for every little thing. You have my heart. Just beautiful, beautiful papers. And of course, you get a sticker sheet, and that is Simple Stories, Simple Vintage Weathered Garden. And then they have the matching solids, which are not what you call really solid. They are kind of etched on, almost. Some of them give you a little linen look, or like it's been stamped on, or just some scratches on there too. So we're going to use some of this. I'm just going to run through this real quickly. Okay, so those are the papers we're using tonight. And the best part is the Kiwi Lane templates. The templates I'm going to be using are Aspen Court. I am going to use all 3 sets of Aspen Court. I am using Tiny Plants, Thank You Card Kit, Grow Where You Were Planted, Tiny Highlights, Captions, Hello Design Kit, which that is from one of our snap frames, Funky Frills, All Things Beautiful, that was a monthly kit club, and let's see, Grow Where You Were Planted was also a kit club. So those are the templates I'm going to use. Now, I'm going to go ahead and lay these out so you can see how I designed it. So this is Funky Frills 1A. We have Aspen Court 3A. Now remember, if you have used Kiwi Lane templates, you know that you can mix and match with anything, and you can use different sets coordinated together. Funky Frills, this one happened to be made for this template of Aspen Court, so that's why I pulled that one out. And I'm going to reverse now. I'm going to put 1A on top, and I'm going to put 2A on top of that. Okay. Now, some of these I'm not going to need the full template. As you can see, I've covered up some of it, but that's the way that I want. I want a little bit of everything to come through. I don't want a great big bold because I want my pictures to stand out. All right. And on this side, of course, we are going to use Funky Frills 1B. And we're going to use Aspen Court 3B. And we're going to use Aspen Court 1B. Just a little. And we're going to use Aspen Court 2B. I love a layered look, especially when I know my pictures aren't the most perfect. And I love that we can layer it and give more attention to the pictures by drawing in our design. Okay, so those are the templates. Now, real quick, before if you've never used Kiwi Lane, I'm going to pick up these top 2 templates. Our template sets come 6 templates, 3 sets, and how they work is they're designed to fit together. Okay, and that is good for a couple of reasons. One, because we do a 2-page layout. It's nice to have 2 coordinating sides. And the second one is because when we go to cut these templates, we'll lay this one along the edge of a paper and trace this side, and then we'll put this one right up against it and trace this side. So when we go to cut, we only have this one and this one to cut. Does that make sense? And that is with all of the borders You can do it with the fun borders. They can match them together. And the tiny borders. It works that same way. All right. Now I'm going to put some accents in here. I don't know if you guys have bought the thank you card kit, but it is so useful. I guess I should do the pictures first. No, we'll do this. Okay. I am going to do one because this is where my layout is. All right. Well, let's go over the pictures. So have you ever had in your albums that you've been inherited, or somebody's handed you a handful of pictures and say, here's your family pictures, and they might have a little tear in them? That's okay. This one I'm going to leave as is. I don't mind the little rough edge, and I'm going to cover that tear up. It was on the back of a postcard, but this happens to be my grandmother on my mother's side and her two younger brothers. So I'm going to put that one up there. All right. And then this is her wedding photo. So this is my grandmother, Leona, and my grandfather, Charles Gumfrey, Gumfory. Now, sometimes you get an old photo that actually looks like it's turned to metallic on it. That's just because they used metallics in their photos years ago. And this one, my mother wrote on most of the pictures, so I know what a lot of them are. This one I am going to trim down though, because I don't want that metal to continue to bleed. So I am going to cut it down to a 4x5. Now the templates, the photo templates are amazing. They're good to lay out where you want everything. This particular time though, the pictures, I don't want to cut them as much because of the age and because of the way that they were taken. But anyway, as you can see through those templates. So what we're going to do is I'm going to lay it there. And I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to go right across it. And then I have it trimmed to a 4x5. And I'll get my cutter. And you don't need a fancy crayon pen or wax pen or anything to mark. This Kuru Toga pencil, mechanical pencil, does perfect on it. Okay, so I'm going to cut that off. That gets thrown away. And this one's going here. All right. Now, of course, this is another photo that was stuck in an album. And as you can see, there's this black stuff that came off. I will tell you, the more you try to peel it, the worse it's going to be. You can try undo, but I found even undo does not take that off very easily. And plus, I don't want to do anything to destroy this photo. This is my grandmother, my grandfather, Leona and Charles, and this is my Aunt Cleo, my mother, Anita, and this is Charles, their son. I'll tell you a little bit more about Charlie later. So this one is going to go here. Okay. Now, on this side, sometimes, does this look familiar? You've had a photo that may have had tape all the way around it. You've got a tear and it's just in very bad shape. What I recommend is, well, first of all, guys, make sure you have clean hands when you go to work with vintage photos, because the oils get on there and it just deteriorates them even faster. So make sure you have clean hands and try not to eat unless it's in a cup. Don't use your fingers for anything else but your work that you're working on. I'm going to carefully tear this apart. As you can see, this is very, very brittle. This picture is my grandmother as a little girl and one of her little brothers. Okay. This picture, now I'm 62 years old. So you can imagine how old this picture is. All right. And I am also going to trim this, but I think I haven't made up my mind yet what I want to do with that. It's very fragile. So I'll think about it as we go on. Some people put their pictures in photo corners, but some like to get them adhered down so that on the actual paper that's acid free and ligand free and all that stuff, so that it doesn't continue to damage the pictures. All right. So I told you about my grandfather, Charlie. This is him as a young man. And believe it or not, at school, this was an Indian boy who joined their school. and he became best friends with him. Don't know the whole story other than this is Charlie, my grandfather. Okay, so that one's going to go there. And don't worry about these. With Kiwi Lane templates, you can cover them up with just about anything. And I'll show you what we've got planned. All right, so this one is actually my grandmother's mother and father. This is Anna, and I think his name was Elmer Fritsch. That was her maiden name. And my side of the family are on hers is English and Danish, a lot more Danish than anything else. As you can see, this one was cut so bad. There is a little embossing. It almost looks like a armored helmet on top. But what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to see if I can trim it up just a little bit to get rid of that ragged edges, but we'll do that in a little bit. And this one's going to go right here. Okay, and this is the last one. This happens to be would be my great grandfather. His name was Rasmussen. He is one that actually came over as an immigrant. And so we have a picture of him, and we're going to put this down here. I am going to trim that off too, because that's just kind of a waste on there. All right, so those are the pictures that I have. I've got a whole bunch more pictures. I have, on my dad's side, I have 2 big boxes of slides that need to be turned into photos. So it's a process. So, all right, let me read a couple comments. Oh, your mom's name was Leona. Her father's was named Charles. That's awesome. Frisco, we had some friends who were from Frisco. And Michigan, Laura, I hope I'm going to see you at the Mega Meet. I am going there on May, it would be the 6th, 7th, and 8th. What's that? Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I'll be there. I'm going to crop all 3 days and walk around and visit with everybody and hopefully catch up with some of you gals from Michigan and maybe go out for some lunch together. I think maybe Friday, I think is what we're looking at. All right, so that is the basic layout. Let's gussy it up a little bit. Now I've used captions. If you don't have the journal templates, captions and expressions, I highly recommend them. They're not just used for journaling, but you can use them to also trim your pictures. You can use it as a mat. You can use it as any kind of an accessory. All right, so what I've chosen to do is take the a la carte sprig, and this is from All Things Beautiful monthly kit. And I'm going to put it on this side. I turned it upside down. I'm going to put it right there. All right, now here's the flowers. Hello was from the design kit that we have for the snap frames. So I'm going to use a couple of them. And then the thank you kit. Oh my gosh, I love this little kit. It's just amazing. Okay, so I've got these 2 little pieces and the leaf. So I'm going to cluster it right over that crack. I'll move that over a little bit. So we've got a little flower cluster. This one is the a la carte house plant. This came from Grow Where You Were Planted. It was another monthly kit that had that really pretty vine that has all the leaves on it. We're going to use it as some greenery. All right. Then this is from Tiny Plants. We're going to stick this up under here for a fill. And we've got one more from Tiny Plants, this one. And we're going to actually put it over here. We're going to have a lot of little greenery going around. Okay, then I've also got the butterfly from Thank You Kit. I am not going to use that stencil cutout. I'm going to use the sprig one. So we're going to cover that up a little bit. We're going to kind of make him look like he's on the flower, but yet on the journal. Okay, now this one from Tiny Plants, you probably recognize these 3 little pieces if you have it. It's 1, 2, and 8. I'm going to use it on top because there's a lot of dead space right there. And I'm going to make it kind of like a lily of the valley or the bleeding heart plant. So what I've chosen to do is this is going to be the inside. This is going to be the outside. And I'm going to curl it around so that it looks like that. Okay. And I have some stamens. I've got a couple of these, so I may use that to put out the end. We'll see. All right. Now this side, I'm using the big thank you, 7 of 7, but I'm not going to use the thank you. I just want the template. Again, this is another example of you don't have to use it what it was intended for. You can use it for whatever you want. And we're going to put it right there. Now I have 2 sets of the thank you. So I'm putting another flower together like we did over here. And I'm going to put the little leaf underneath. And that's going to go right over there. I've also got another greenery. We're going to stick it here. Got some more greenery. We're just going to kind of fill. It's kind of like when you make a flower arrangement. All right. And then we've got our little butterfly, and I'm going to put it on this. So we've got one going that way and one going this way. Again, I have another one of these, like a little bleeding heart plant, and I'm going to put it over top of that little tear. And again, we're going to make the little flower, and it will go over top of that. You want to cut Grandpa's head off. All right, so that is going to be our layout. All right, you guys like that so far? And hopefully if you are doing the doing this with me, I posted on what I was going to be using. You guys are be able to catch up here. All right, it's in Novi, Michigan, Sonia. Oh, awesome. Darlene says we'll meet you. The small photo looks like an old studio proof and that has the moss. Yes, I know it does. I've even got, like when you take your picture in the photo booths, I even have some of my grandmother that it looks like pictures you've done in a photo booth, but it must have been the proofs that they had. So, but anyway, all right. Are we ready to trace and cut? Here we go. All right. I also have chosen a few of my papers out of my stash, just for fun to see. You guys know me, I like a little bling. Oh, I didn't show you this either too. So Simple Stories also has a matching Decorative Brad Set, and it's not the ones with the wires or the little prongs. These are stick. You just peel and stick. So I may use some of those on here too. Okay, make sure I got them all. 1, 2, 3. Oh, not coming apart. 3, 4. All right. I think these are the ones I need. Okay. So I'm going to use this one. I'll use the back side of it. My goodness, my fingers are just not. I'm going to use the back side. I'm going to use this side, and I'm going to use this side. Those are going to be my 4 patterns. All right. So we are going to start here. Don't mind me, but I'm going to push all this off. Normally I would leave it on there, but with the pictures, I don't want to do any cutting or anything on top of the pictures. So we're going to just move the little stuff off to the side. I have to tell you, I did this morning ahead of time. Usually I wait and I just do it with you guys, but I did this layout this morning. I'm like, I'm not sure what pictures I want to use. And I just started playing, and in about 5 minutes, I'm like, oh, this is perfect. And I know the perfect paper. So we are going to use, we'll do this one in this one, this. One more. Okay. I think I know. All right, this one. And we're going to use this one right here. All right, I'm going to start from the top. And we're going to do this one. Let's see, I need to do it this way. There is no dimension on this paper, And I do want to use the back side. So I need to make sure, because this one is dimensional. I want to make sure that it is the right direction when I go to cut. All right, so I'm laying aspen cord 2A down. Gonna make a line. Take aspen cord 2B, butt it up against it, and make a line down. And just a little bit of a undershot. I've been up since 4:30, guys. So if I fall asleep, somebody yell. So, all right, so those are done. All right, I am going to go ahead and get these cut out. So I have to know what everybody has been doing. It seems like forever since we've been online with you guys, and I miss it. I really do. I hadn't signed up for only but one, and I felt so bad because it's like I'm not doing anything in April, and I really want to do something. So I told Lee, I said, well, I'm going to do one without you. I hope you don't mind. And of course, he does mind. He loves Kiwi Lane and loves watching the designs that I do. And, you know, he's just a big part. Tim Holtz scissors. Okay. Well, how do you, I had somebody ask me at my class last week, how do you hold them? And you put there's teeth on one side. You put the teeth down, the writing goes towards you. That is the correct way to do if you're right-handed. If you're left-handed, he has left-handed scissors now. Get those, I'm sure they work the same way. But if it's left-handed, you'll have to turn it over the other direction. And just so the teeth are down. You have to remember that teeth need to be down. Otherwise, if you're cutting something that is like foil or that's vellum or anything, if you do it on the top, it will actually leave little teeth marks on your paper. Sometimes that's a nice effect when you go to ink it, but if you don't want it there, it's not so pleasant. So, all right. Okay. So that one is going to go there. And this one is going to go there. And we're just going to go on here. Then the next one we have is Aspen Court 1B and Aspen Court 1A. Let's stick it up right against there. Oh, and the black paper I have is it's basil paper that I'm using the background on, just plain black. And I cut the little black strip off, but I didn't throw them away. I kept it because I may use it on the top to bring in the balance. Okay, so we have Aspen Court. Now, one of these is going to be sideways and one is not, but it's okay because there's not a lot showing. And I'm all right with it like that because I didn't want to buy 2 packs of paper. I wanted just one. And if I wanted this one, I could have bought another one, but this page is very special to me and it's a one of a kind. So is anybody else? Let's see, are you replying? Is everybody okay out there? Oh, there, you've been making cards. Oh, I miss him too. Oh, thank you. Making cards for a craft show at the end of the month. Oh my goodness, how many cards are you happen to make? You went to bed at 4 a.m. My granddaughter woke me up at 8. I have a dog that's been doing that too. You can go to the Mega Meet, Stacy. Come on, that's fine. I don't know if you can leave the store long enough though. Bring your motor home and we'll do it together. So Stacy is the owner of our scrapbook store. Some of you probably have already met her and by a phone or in person. Sweet lady. She's always there to help when I need help, and she supports me and letting me do classes there since I'm not vendoring anymore. So if you've never been to Scrap Mania, you gotta go, guys. It's almost 14,000 square feet of happiness. And I mean, every inch of that store is happiness. There's so much in there. And she orders all the time. In fact, she moves everything all the time. And when I go in there, sometimes I can't find what I'm looking for. I have to ask her where it's at. All right, this one, let's see. We're gonna have the same thing. It's gonna have one that is and one that isn't correct. Stacy, I should have bought an extra paper. Oh well. Okay, here we go. Aspen Court 3A. Aspen Court 3B. You guys, if you don't have Aspen Court, this template right here is the best template to go with any of the other sets. It's just great for layering. It gives you just a little bit of something and where did I get this on? So highly recommend Aspen Court. So let me see, what else can I tell you that's been going on? Gracie goes to the hospital May 2nd. They say she has a congenital defect in her right shoulder, but the way she runs and plays and jumps, I'm hoping that it's not so when we get there, because I'm not looking forward to putting her through a surgery. She just got fixed a few weeks ago, and we let her cycle one time. The vet wanted me to let her cycle for like 23 months. First cycle, I said, nope, I'm done. She's done. I'm not doing that again. So, all right, that is looking very nice. Okay, now we have Funky Brews. These are so nice. When they come out with this is such a very nice thing that it layers with certain templates. Oh, where did I put my pencil? Better not lose that. Hello. That's what happens when I'm tired. I move it a little bit. There it goes again. But I'm not worried about a lot of pencil marks, and don't you worry if you do either. If it's really bad, this pencil's really good about erasing it all, but the ink will cover it up once we go to ink all the edges. Okay. Put this back. Got to get the other one. I did a stay and play crop on Saturday, an all-day event. We had some repeat people and we had some new people that had never ever played with Kiwi Lane, and it's so fun to watch their face when they have accomplished a page and using minimal paper and a beautiful design paper, and they get a layout that they're so proud of. So okay. As you can see, I've used 2 pieces of paper so far. This is scrap. That's out of two pieces. You still got paper left to use it for something else. Isn't that amazing? That was one of the comments that some of the people made at the crop, that Kiwi Lane is paper friendly, is what they called it. So, but I take all the templates in that I used to vendor with, and take them in, and they all get to play with whatever they want to play with. No, it works really good. I have 3 rules. First rule number 1, don't take the templates home. Number 2, don't take the templates home. Number 3, don't cut around the templates. Use your pencil and cut the paper only. So that's the rules that we have. Otherwise, we have lots and lots of fun. So some people come in and just make cards, and some do scrapbooking, and it's a lot of fun. Okay, now we'll get these all laid out. You haven't seen a lot. Oh, Debbie, hello, hello. I haven't seen you on a long time. Hope you're all right and everything's going good for you. So I'm used to having my sidekick here that keeps the conversation going. Now you see, you don't see much of all of them. I could have trimmed them shorter too if I wanted, but that's okay. I like it like that. So there's one. We'll do this side. And then I got to ink them. Okay, let's do that. Let's go ahead and ink. I'm using Rangers by Tim Holtz Distress Ink Vintage Photo. Also, too, if these are awesome. I put a round dome on it. They usually come with a square, but these are really nice, the wooden handled ones, especially if you have arthritis like me in your hands. It's easier to manipulate this than it is a finger dauber. And also, too, if you have trouble with your ink pads drying up too soon and you don't want to put the re-inker on, this ink refresher from Ranger, it's for water-based stamp pads and markers. You just do a couple spritzes on your pad and it is amazing how much it comes back to life. All right, so here we go. We're just going to do a little bit of the ink all the way around, cover up those pencil marks, and give it a little aged look. Now you can use any color you want. If you are into black ink and putting black on everything, go for it. Black soot is one of my favorites. If you want to match the color, Jenny Prosser, one of our other creative partners, she does that. She matches the ink and the paper together, and then she takes a gel pen, kind of like a little shimmery gel pen, and goes around every little edge of the places that she's inked. I give her lots of kudos. I like details too, but my goodness, she really goes up and beyond to do it. And her pages always look great. And Kristen Lawson, she's another one of our creative partners. She does a fantastic job too. Mary Zinzel Snyder, she's one that does lives with our monthly Kiwi Kit Club. If you've never scrapbooked with her, she does a Zoom call and you can do the Kit Club together with her. She usually has a beautiful design and she uses other elements besides the templates, like she'll put a lot of lace in. It's just her work is gorgeous too. And speaking of monthly kit clubs, you probably heard that I'm using a couple of the templates from the monthly kit club. If you haven't signed up to get them, do so. I highly recommend it. They do the paper with the templates, and then they also do just the templates. If you want to use your own paper, that's fine. But you could go into the Kiwi Lane community and check those out, kiwilane.com. Then something else I was going to tell you about the monthly kit club. You never know what you're going to get. It's kind of like Christmas every month, but I've never been disappointed. Never, ever. There's always something I can use it. Did you see how that covered that pencil up that was a little out there? There's always something you can use it, your monthly kit club for. And let's see. What else? There's something else I'm supposed to tell you. Oh, there are papers and sometimes some kit clubs that are overstock. So look online for them too. If you missed out and you still want to see if you can get one, you can look on there and get what you need. The other thing is too, we have in the Kiwi community a buy and sell. So if you don't find something, but you really, really want it, just put out there, I am looking for ISO, I'm looking for search of whatever it is you want. And hopefully another creative partner or a member might just have an extra set. Like I had a couple of ladies at the crop this last weekend, and they loved the Pocket Full of Sunshine set that I used for my classes. And they were a little disappointed at first. And I said, well, let me look, see what I have. And I'm actually I have 4 sets in my class. So I'm going to take a couple out so that they can have it in theirs. And we can just share at class, whatever we need. And I've always got my personal ones too along. So, but it's nice to be able to share with them, and they get to make more beautiful layouts. So we got them all done. Now, let's see. Let me catch up here real quick. The writing sideways would drive me nuts. You really can't tell. It really doesn't, because it doesn't. But I get it. I have OCD when it comes to that stuff too. But I want to make a road trip there with my sister. Oh, Joni, you need to. I can get you a sheer if you want me to. A sheer? What? Oh, a sheet. Too late, Stacy. You love all the papers. That's awesome. Which template, Leanne, which template was it that you wanted to know about? Does anyone know what kit is the round journaling box from? That is from Captions. It's a journal set. There's Captions and then there's Expressions. Captions was the first one that came out, and then they added the Expressions. All right, wish Kristen would make a book of her layouts. Maybe you should all get together and make a book. I'd buy it. Well, I tell you, I did take a couple of my books in to class and stuff, and they're like, oh, please bring them back. It's like, just take pictures. It's fine. I don't want to carry them back, but I probably will bring in some more books. I know that you all like to look at them, and that makes me feel good. So, yeah. Okay. Thank you, Suzanne, for answering that. I appreciate that. All right. Well, let's put this stuff down. Okay. Back in order. Now, if you're working with a lot of templates, or if you see these little pink tapes, that's to keep me in the middle of the frame for you guys. So if I don't put them there, I'm liable to be off on the floor before the night's over. So, whoops, that one will go there. That one goes there. Okay. And let's see. Make sure I get just a little bit. Okay. There. All right. Now I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to make a little bit of a tick mark where I want those templates to be. Okay. Hopefully I can see them. I got new glasses. It's been 2 years since I got glasses, and mine were really bad. My eyes were really, really, really bad. So I'm having a little trouble adjusting to the new lenses. Now to find my tick mark. There it is. Okay. There's that one. And I'm using the ATG gun, which stands for Advanced Tape Glider. It sounds really technical, doesn't it? Should be a little bigger. That's it. That works. And then we'll use this one. And if you notice, I could have put the templates this way, and then that would have been right side up, and then had that one there. That's fine. It's your call. When you're designing, it's however you want to do it. And like I said, this doesn't bother me so bad. Just a little bit. It doesn't bother me because the colors in the paper are just there to accent my pictures. So, all right, last one. Picture's going to cover that side, so we'll give it just a little more. All right, that side is done. Oops. Okay, that is beautiful paper, guys. Like really, really pretty. All right, same thing over here. We're going to do a tick mark. It's a little extra work, but that few seconds of extra work is worth it, so you don't say, I need to rip that up. Okay, so we can come back this way a little. All right. And this one goes here. This one goes there. And that one goes there. Oops, better mark this one. Okay, here we go. Oh, and I wanted to show you too, before the night's over, some of you may have already seen it, some of you may not. Rhonda, I saw you were on here. This gal, Rhonda, she is such a sweetheart and she does Kiwi Lane so good. She came to me one day. I don't know why. That is longer than you. That's weird. Paper's the same. Well, that's weird. Anyway, she came to me one day. She's like, I got to show you what I did. And she took pictures of all the Kiwi Lane sets as they come. And then she put them in a photo album. And made like a guide, informational guide for all of her templates. Oh my gosh, it is amazing. So I had to make one. So I made one for myself and I made one for Stacy. And because she's hooked on Kiwi Lane now too, real bad. She said, I just want to get some of the borders. And then all of a sudden, she, nope, I got to have it all. So anyway, I'll show you that book before we sign off. This one. I don't know why that is like that, but that's okay. All righty, now we get busy with the flowers. Okay, we'll start on page 1. So that one, I am going to use another one of the papers from that kit. Make sure I get the right one. Yep. I'm going to take this one, and I don't know if you can see, but it actually has lines on it. So I have 1 or 2 choices. I can do it there. I can do it there and use that. And I think I'm going to do it right there. And my lines are already done for me. How about that? Okay, so we're going to do this. Now, if you want the lines, you have a couple of options. You can draw it, write it in pencil, and then erase it when you're done, or just leave it. And the other thing you can do is, if you still have vanishing markers, you can make your lines with the vanishing markers. Okay, so we're going to go around. Use this. I should have done it. I normally would just make this bigger and cut it all the way out. However, I don't want to waste the paper. So I'm doing it this way now. Just taking my time, turn the paper. All right. Finish this up. Always cut at the back of your scissors and go forward. Never use the point unless you're making a fine cut into a corner. All right, there's that. That looks good. Now, let's take some of these other ones. This. There's my butterfly, and there it is. Looking for my sprig. I'm going to put this back on and decide what colors we want to use. Oh, that one goes here. This one. there. All righty. We've got some green. All right, let's see what we have for green. All right, we have this one. We have, this is, it looks almost black, but it is a dark green if you see it up against the black. It is. And I think that's just a little too dark. So we're going to go through the solids. There's the one I want. Okay. So I'm going to do this. On this one, it has light green on the back, dark, kind of a medium green here. All right. No, Lee had to go to Dubuque today, and then he called me about 5:30. Then he was heading on up to the Wisconsin Dells for the rest of the week, and he should get home just in time for me to do another live. I'm actually doing a virtual for a group out of Worcester, I think that's how you say it, Massachusetts. Be the first time I've ever done anything like that, so it's kind of exciting, and looking forward to that. And hopefully it goes without a hitch. I'm not too tech savvy, to be honest with you, so that's my downfall. All right, let's read some more here. If you guys been commenting, I've been missing. I look crooked for some reason on the thing. Let's try that. I gotta show you a freeze frame, Linda. It would be helpful with your gluing layers. Ah, I blame you for the addiction because your layers are great. Are you using yours? I went into the store today to get a couple things, and she wanted to follow along, and she's doing display double page layouts for her paper, and she puts them up above, and she's already done one with this one, but she's doing one with Easter, and it's going to be the same templates, just with Easter paper. And I told her, I said, I think it's going to look fabulous. I think she's using some burlap too in it. I love burlap. I wanted to put it in here. I love burlap so much, but I'm like, I did it the last few times. I got to stop using all the burlap. Got to use something else. So, but I will list everything out. I think I've got to repost one more of my last live. I couldn't get the site to work, but I will post this on my personal one, on the Kiwi Lane one, and the Play to Create, and also in the Kiwi Lane community. I will post when this is all done. I usually do it in the morning after I look at it one more time, make sure I have everything like I want it. So, and there will be a replay. I know some people were asking if they're going to be late, if they could catch it up on a replay. And yes, it's always on a replay. Oh, okay, there is that. That's going to look nice. And I do have pop-ups. Lee calls them elevators. I don't know how he come up with an elevator. He's like, are you using elevators? Like, yes. So anyway, he's my funny guy. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3 green that we need to do. And we'll use the back of this for one. Let's use this one. We'll just go right above where we did the other one and trace it. This is from Tiny Plants. If you don't have Tiny Plants, it's one of those that you can use for just about everything. And it's just a nice little templates to tuck if you need some filler. It's awesome. I'm going to go ahead and cut 2. I'm going to turn it over and do it the other direction for a little variation. But since I need one on the other side, we'll do 2. On the 7th, don't know if I mentioned, we will be in the Novi, Michigan area with our RV, and I'm hoping that we will be able to find a spot to do it from the convention center. If not, we'll be broadcasting from our motorhome. So it's exciting though to try it remotely. We have considered are considering going full time in our motorhome when Lee retires, which is about 2 years. And I would be doing it from the motorhome anyway. I'm not going to stop. Unless Kiwi Lane says stop, I'm not going to stop. But we'll be continuing the craft ins. So let's talk a little weather. We've had a ton of rain and wind here today. Have you guys got rid of all your snow yet? My son is in North Dakota, so you know, and they had almost 30 inches of snow. It's like 6-7 foot drift in the backyard. Both of them, 2 of my grandkids were out there making a fort in it and sent me pictures. So I'll be doing that one. And then the front yard had like 4 foot drifts. So it wasn't quite as bad, but he has never seen snow like that. I mean, I've seen it a couple times. Well, the year he was born, we had a really bad snowstorm. And then in 1978, we had a really, really bad one. I remember that snow was as high as telephone poles. Now, for those of you who don't know where a telephone pole is, it's a pole with wires for your telephone. But there was a truck, a big truck that was on top of this drift. It was, I don't know how he ever got up there, but we're like, he's gonna have to wait till the snow melts to even think about getting that off of there. But I remember driving to work and I made it about 6 miles and I had about 25 to go. And I turned around. I was plowing drifts higher than my car. And I'm like, this is stupid. And so I went home and called him at work, said, you can fire me, but I'm not coming in. It was not good. My first car was a big Buick LeSabre too, a 1971 Buick LeSabre. So it was a heavy car and it'd go through anything. But when I couldn't see plowing through them, I'm like, that's it. I'm done. I used to work for Wall Clipper Corporation up in Sterling, Illinois. They make hair clippers. So, okay, let's see. What other colors do we have? We haven't used that one. And the dark one. Perfect. All right, let's do this one in the dark. We'll see if it'll work. This is the houseplant a la carte from Grow Where You Were Planted. This is a fun one too. This little thing is good for beach pictures, or if you're doing cactus Southwest pictures. I love that for this. I've used it on a couple different times on those exact things. And it's just really, really a nice template. Okay, we'll see how this works. All right, let's see. You guys commenting? Oh, thank you, Kath. Darlene says, thank you for doing vintage photos. I've been wanting to do some for a long time. With your last one, this one can't wait to get started. Aw, that's good. So awesome. All right. It's a little harder to see. So I took Gracie with me today to the scrapbook store, and a little stinker, I think, ate a piece of plastic. She ate the cap. I have this tool that's good for if you couldn't get out of your car. It breaks the glass and cuts the seat belt, has a light and all that stuff. She ate the lid off of it, I think, because when I got back in the car, I saw the piece but didn't see the cap. So when I got home, her tummy was making some pretty weird noises. And I gave her some papaya and rubbed on a little rosemary on her tummy. So it took about 20 minutes, but it kind of settled down. So she's in her kennel right now, taking a nap. She's usually pretty good in the car, but today not so much. Okay, so that one's gonna go there. And we need one more. And we'll do this one out of the light. And this one's from Tiny Plants, 7T. All right. I need my hubby here to tell me some stories. He's such a good storyteller. Oh, I guess I could tell you about my grandfather. He actually died before I got to meet him, and my grandmother had married again, and that to Harold Hayden, and that was the grandfather that I knew growing up. But my real grandfather was a farmer, and he fell off of a windmill and broke his back. And he lived for a while and was able to get up and move, but I don't think it was just a few months though. He had passed away. And then, but right before that, would be my Uncle Carl, my mom's brother. He died shortly after graduation from, it was like a bronchial pneumonia that he had gotten. So he had passed just right before my grandfather. So I never got to meet either one of them. My Aunt Cleo, though, she just died a couple years ago. And she was a sweet gal. She did everything from knitting to crocheting. Both my mom and her were just talented. My mom used to paint, oil paint. I still have a few of her paintings around here, but they were just so inspirational in helping me find my creativity. This is going to look very, very nostalgic. Okay. I like that. Now, you know me, I got to have some glitz and glitter. So we are going to use some from my stash. To it here. Okay, I have some silver. I have some, ooh, that is shiny. Some bronzy colored. Okay, you guys are looking at this. I want you to tell me if you do or you don't. I've got a little pink peachy shimmer. I think I'm gonna do the butterfly out of that. And then we have this one. Oh, I like that one with it. That's really nice. And we've got black, which will be very nice to put on some of those flowers. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Flower 1, flower 2, butterfly, and we need an inside for the other. All right, let's see what we can do here. You guys ready? All right, I know I want to do the inside of one black. Let's try the little one here. Okay, and I'm doing on the back side because you can't trace on the glitter side. And this is non-shedding glitter paper. I refuse to bring any glitter paper in this house except for non-shedding. It's not gonna happen. All right, so here we go. You guys know we're doing really good. It's just a little after 8. Sorry about getting on late tonight. It was just so nice to visit with Susan, and we don't get to chat like we should. And all right, that one. And let's do this one. Boy, that is bright, guys. Whoo! That light in here. Hello. So we don't have Lee saying, is that an isosceles triangle? I still, I still see him saying that. His elevators. So he actually goes with me to the store, and when I do the crops, we call him Stay and Play. That's kind of a cool name, huh? Stay and Play. Stacy come up with that, and he stays, and he's a good help. Not just physical. He's really good. He'll talk with the ladies and tell them secrets about me. I'm like, why'd you say that? But yeah, he's an open book. He always has been. Okay, so that one and that one. Do you see the little teeth mark on the top? I had the scissors upside down. So, oh, that's going to look nice. Okay, then this one, we're going to put here. We could do black and this in the center. Yeah, we'll do this. Okay, just talking to myself. If you guys have any comments or things I should change, you just let me know, or something you see that I'm missing. I've been working on reorganizing my scrapbook room again. I never get done organizing. It's like, well, that doesn't work for me, so I'm going to move this here. Well, I just went through all of my dies and got those organized, and they probably won't stay where they're at. They'll probably get reorganized, but I put them in magnetic sheets in the tonic. It's made by Tonic large binder. So much easier to find than it was just having them in packets in a drawer. So now I have empty drawers. My next one is to go through all my bling and get that organized. So I'm working on that. Well, come on here. All right. So we got that and that. And now we're going to do that one. All right. So now I need to find some. How about the silver? Silver or another black? Okay. What do you guys think? Should we do it in black or should we do it in a silver? Oh, very much enjoy cropping live with you too. That'd be awesome. Here's a question. Do you think adding glitz to the heritage paper honors the idea of the book? I'm a sparkly girl and add it to everything, but I haven't started my heritage book. Honey, there is no rules. You do what makes you enjoy your book. I would love to work at a scrapbook store, but I would never bring a paycheck home. Oh, Alice, you remember driving through the 77 city winter, judging where the road was based on the fence post. Scary. Yeah. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So silver. Okay. So let's do silver. All right. Do you want a matte silver or a shiny silver? How about a matte silver? I think let's try that one and see, because then it won't have glitter on glitter. Just happened to pull it. But no, as far as your comment on the glitter and bling, oh my gosh, I think anything that you put your hand on and do a touch up with, you touch it with your hands and make it your own. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter if somebody doesn't like the bling or somebody thinks it needs it, whatever. It's your book. It's your pages on how you remember everything. These were my mother's pictures before I got them. And of course, she got them after my grandmother died. And she wrote on them all, but she knew that photos were my big thing. So she left them all to me. Okay. I know what I'm going to do in the middle. Not quite happy with that. Let's just see here. what we got. Let's try. Where's that little one again? Let me just take this over here. That helps. All right, we're going to put another little black piece down. It was like it's just staring me in the face. All right, so we'll make another black. Or should we do silver there? That might work. We're going to try it. We're just experimenting. And when we get one side done, the other one's going to be exactly like it. The only rules there really are in scrapbooking is, and it's not really a rule, it's just kind of a standard, is whatever color you put on one side, you should put some kind of that color or hue on the other side. It doesn't have to be a lot, just so that there's the same on both. And then the other thing is to kind of work in odds. If you work in odd, oh, that's not bad. That's actually pretty good. Okay, if you work in odds, for some reason, it just looks so much nicer. Okay, we got the butterfly. If I get it picked up. All right. One little butterfly. And also, too, if you've ever done a layout and you're not happy with it, walk away and then come back. If you walk away and look at it with another fresh set of eyes, you'll look at it and say, oh, now I know what I need with it. So you guys know that on a lot of my pages, I do a lot. I like the detail work. Some people don't. They just like very simple and clean, and that's fine too. I've done pages like that, but it's so fun because we have all these templates that we can use. Oh, I know I was going to ask you guys. So how many of you are Downton Abbey fans? Oh, that's good. I like that. I am so excited to hear they're coming out with a #2 movie. Oh my gosh, that's one of our favorites. Downton Abbey, and there was, oh, Bridgerton. We watched Bridgerton. Okay, so this one I need to find. Okay. Where'd that green piece go? I lost my piece. There. That one. Cut it out of the same one we did that butterfly. Oh, that's kind of cool too. All right, I found a piece. Let's use this one. So I'm going to use this side of the butterfly. And so this is from the thank you card kit. And I don't know if you guys, if you've had the thank you card kit, if you actually made cards with it. Oh my gosh, this kit, it's so easy. So easy. I'm missing a green flower or a green leaf. It's so easy to whip out cards with that kit. I knew I was missing something. So we'll take it. Okay. Missing a tiny little leaf from the thank you set. Love this paper. I made a book with one of the other weathered or vintage ones. Simple Stories has really done a nice job. I don't do monthly kit clubs online for the lives. And the only reason I don't, because I love Kiwi Lane paper. The only reason I don't is because I get my kit too late in the month. So Susan and I were talking about it, and she told me to get my date pushed. So, oh, I like that. Oh, yeah, I like it. Okay. So we need to put another green in there. I have this scrap. That's a little too bright. So let's just see what we can come up with. We could put that one in there. Yeah, we could do that. All right, the little leaf. Okay, this one is from the thank you kit, number 2 of 7. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead, cut 2. We'll do one way and one the other. It is so quiet around this house tonight. I really do miss my husband. He's been working from home pretty much since the pandemic hit. In the last couple of months here, he's had to go to Wisconsin a lot and leaves me home for the whole week. This week's just a part of the week. Next week, he's gone all next week. Glad I got Gracie to keep me company. Yeah, that's good. All right. Cooking right along. And I'm not opposed. I've got some little silk flowers. I will probably add some of that in there. Okay, this on this side. All right, here we go. Get these all traced out. For the other side, and then we can ink and put down. Okay, this one goes this way. Are you guys getting taking any chance of the last chance sale? I hate to see some of them go. I just found out Tiny Egg Hunt's going in the vault. And of course, our rings got replaced with rings 2.0, and the laurel crescents that go with it are amazing. I used those for my layout class, and they had so much fun with them. And if you don't know what you want for a layout, if you just experiment with those two, whether it's 1 picture, 3 pictures, it's a good, it almost acts like a map when you put them together, like we have the placemats. But using those 2 templates, it's a good place to start off. Okay, now this one was on the dark. We're going to turn it over the opposite direction. Again, this is from Grow Where You Were Planted. Some of the templates I have hard time holding, but most of the time I can get around them pretty quick. And then we still have the ones over top. Oh, I know, I was going to tell you, my husband bought me a new travel set for scrapbooking convention, that convention coming up, and crops and stuff. I have a big one that is by Anna Griffith, but it's almost too big. I have a rolling tote that I have my office tote that I have my Kiwi Lane Templates in. So he found a smaller one. It's by Nuvo, and it's got a bag that sits on top that matches it. And it is so handy, like really nice. And I can just put my paper in the bottom one, and the top one I can put all my tools. And yeah, it's going to work out great. I'm going to turn this one over because I had it the other direction. Let's go. I don't want that word. It's okay to talk to yourself as long as you don't answer, right? Oh, I should tell you too. So the whole month of May, we're traveling. We're going to Michigan, the first part. The second part, we go to North Dakota. If the snow is melted, I'm not going out there if it's still snowing. And we're going there to watch my granddaughter, her dance recital. And then from there, we come back to Madison because Lee has to work. And then from there, we go watch our other two granddaughters dance up in New Hartford, Iowa, or Cedar Falls, I guess is where it's going to be at. And then from there, we're going to Tennessee, get some work done on the RV. And from there, I have no idea. But we're excited to finally get the RV out. I still have to clean it yet. I have to wipe down the walls. When we bought it, it was like a grit on the walls. No idea what it was. But I got to get that cleaned off and finish lining the drawers. And then I'm done. And I'm ready to roll. So we're leaving on Lee's birthday, Star Wars Day, May the 4th. He's excited. Not excited about the gas or the diesel. Oof, almost $5 a gallon here for diesel. I hate to think of what it's going to be anywhere else. Okay, now we've got this one. Let's do the rose colored with a black center. The rose. There we go. And we definitely don't do a lot of driving, and we usually make our trips to town. I mean, we don't have far to go to town, but we usually make them count, go together or whatever. But my goodness, when I filled my car up the other day, I said, I'm going to take out a loan. That's just ridiculous. Just joking, but yeah, that's what you feel like when you see that. I just got a little bitty Buick Verano too, and it's terrible. So, oh, since I talked with you last, our son made CEO of McKenzie Electric in Watford City, North Dakota. So we're very proud of him, his accomplishments. And he's a busy guy right now, being the boss. So, but I know he'll do a good job. He always does. All right, one more here. And then we'll do 8:30. Okay, we're still working. You guys still with me okay? Okay. Now we'll do these. Okay, this one has to be green. This one, we are going to do silver with this one. And we're going to do two of them. One way. We're going to flip it. Go this way. Probably out of your sight, I'll bet. Yeah, a little bit. I am. I apologize about that. Okay, I know we needed 2 of those. And look at that piece of cake. Look how fast that gets cut out. The layout that I'm going to do on the 7th is going to be outdoorsy theme with kind of a Western feel, not cowboy, Western. There's a difference. And so I think you're going to enjoy it. Okay, I need to put a color on here. Okay, guys, I need a green. We can do, hold this one back. We can do actually 2. If we do this one, goes this way, and then that one went that way. So we need 2 of the same. No, yes, 2 of the same. No, that one, one this way, one that way. Okay, so we're going to do this out of this green, and then we're going to take the darker green for the head of it, and that should be really pretty. Okay, almost there. I'm going to push too hard. I got my picture underneath there. Okay, there's 1. And we're going to do 2. Again, we're using Simple Stories, Simple Vintage, Weathered Garden. And I got it at our local scrapbook store, Scrap Mania. So if you don't have a store near you, she does ship. And if there's something particular you are looking for that you saw an ad somewhere, give her a call. She could probably get it for you. Like I went in tonight and asked her if she could get some barbed wire dies. And she found some. I'm going to use those on the 7th. Shh, don't tell nobody. So if you've never seen barbed wire on a scrapbooking page, I'm going to do it. Okay. This paper, I mean, it is so vintage. It's vintage. It is just perfect. Perfect. Kind of like that B paper, Let It Be by Graphic 45. It was just perfect for those pictures. This is just perfect for these. Okay, 1. I'll cut the other one. Let me catch up here. Silver, okay. Matte. Metal embellishments will look great. Yeah, I add some ribbon. Love Downton Abbey. Hi, Shelly. First page looking really good. Just got home from church group. Pages looking. Where's Lee? He's in Madison, actually Wisconsin Dells. When your husband's away, it's a lot of scrapping. Yeah, I do that too. This house would be way too quiet if my 6.5-year-old was here. Please show us the new book. Well, just look up. It's not in the room here. It's actually in the basement. I keep all my bags down there for storage, only because I have a dog who likes to chew. So anyway, it's what do they call it? Windsor Gray. Just look up Nouveau. I think it's called Luxury Storage Windsor Gray, and you'll see it. It's probably about 18 inches wide and maybe 20 inches tall. And then the other bag is just a little bit smaller. It's almost like a huge purse. I think that's what they call it, but I use it to put my tools in. And it's just perfect for, I mean, you don't need a lot with Kiwi Lane. That's what's the best thing about it. Part about it. All you need is paper. If you want a few embellishments like gems or brads or whatever, you can do that, but it's not needed. And then so all you need is paper, and then you'll need adhesive. I use wet and dry adhesive. So, okay, this is the other one that we're gonna put on. We'll see if it works out right. Now flip it over. And yeah, I found it. They're actually pretty casual. I think it was like 180 for both of them, but I got it for 134 is what he paid for it. So that was a big difference, a really big difference. Okay. Last two pieces, I do believe. One. And two. Okay. Last one. Okay. Ready to rock and roll. Okay, that's going to look good. And with the stamens. Okay, here we go. Let's ink it, get them down. I also have a small one, and I like this one too for doing like this kind of stuff. The little detailed. And yes, I do the dark ones also, if it's black paper or whatever, because there's always a little bit of the white that shows, and I like covering that up. Okay. We were talking the other day about the conventions that used to be up at the Mall of America in Minneapolis. And I remember the first time I went up there, I was sitting on a bench, and this lady come over and started talking with me, and I couldn't talk because I don't know if you guys remember, it was Becky Higgins, and my mouth dropped. I knew who she was, and it was like, it's like finding your idol, you know? And oh my gosh, she just talked. I talked to her about starting a business, and she gave me some tips, and oh, it was an amazing time with her. So I think that Archivers, if you guys remember that store, that's the one that used to put it on. And yes, I am inking the glitter paper. Same thing. It has the white edge, and believe it or not, it does make it look finished with it on the edge. If you don't like all the layers like I do, it's okay. You can cut them down. It's not a problem. I learned a little trick from Ginny Prosser doing this one. She has a little probe that she uses, and she curls the leaves of her flowers. But I'm just gonna do a little like that. And kind of give it a little dimension on that one. Okay. So close. You can also use your ink to do shade work, shadowing or shading, especially on like leaves, anything green, because we all know that plants are not always the same color through. Like, see, it's gotten a little bit right there, and that is perfectly fine. It gives it some variation. Okay, that side. Let's do this side. One. Gonna do the silver. You can see the little teeth marks there too, which is kind of cool. Oh, I hear Gracie. Sleep a little longer, baby girl. She's almost 65 pounds, girls. She's one big girl. Bella was only 45. So we got a few more pounds on this one. And she's figured out she can jump really high. And I caught her on my table. Well, our kitchen table is really a countertop. Our kitchen, I designed it so that there's no high top stools, but there is a high top end of my counter where I can take stuff out of the oven and set on the countertop. But then on the other side of it is a huge table. It just kind of steps down, but it's also got the granite on it. And I have 5 chairs around it comfortably. And little Gracie figured out how to jump from the floor on top of the table. Was not happy because not only did she just jump up there, but my dog has a paper and wood fetish, not good for a scrapbooker. And she got into the receipts that we had laying there for taxes. Was not a good day. So I managed to tape a few back together, but oh well, things happen. Oh, I did that one. Almost done. And if you use the dark paper for your backgrounds like I did, it will be more subtle, but you could lighten it up if you want to do a cream, and it would give it a whole different look using the same paper, just changing your background papers. These little daubers get right in the corners, which is good. Okay, 2 more, and I think we got it, girls. We can start sticking down. One of my favorite things to do is after I get everything down, I love to go back and doodle on everything. And Kiwi Lane has doodle sheets. They're really nice for if you don't know what you want to put on there. It will help you get you ideas on what to do. Done. Now we can stick. I think I am going to go around this one and just see what it looks like with the ink. Just a little bit. I see a little bit of that metal coming out. Maybe this will stop it. We'll see. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Now, other thing to have in your room is handy wipes. Clean off the ink off your hands. Please show us the new. I tell you what, if you, like I said, if you just look up Nuvo luxury storage, look up Windsor Gray, you will find it, guaranteed. It's a tan and it looks like a purse on top of the other piece. I get better answers if I answer myself. You're in Michigan. Lee must finally be bringing me that credit card. Yeah, I'm trying to keep mine empty before I get there. Headed to Nashville next week for my daughter's 25th birthday. Oh, awesome. Still here. Loving the layout. Looking beautiful. I'm here. I've got to find that paper. I love it for the old photo, but I'm almost thinking it would look so good with my water. Yes, it would. You can call Scrap Mania. They have it. 319-377-9999. Oh, love to go to Scrap Fest. Oh, yeah. It's N-O-N-U-V-O, Alice. N-U-V-O. You had it right the first time. Gracie is just a year old. The dog ate your taxes. She was close to it. She just got the receipts. She didn't get the actual paperwork. Okay, Tiny Dauber, I got it. Scrap Mania. She's got it. 319-377-9999. You can get it from her. So, okay, here we go, girls. Let's get it down. She doesn't charge. Oh, I forgot to ink that one. Whoa. She doesn't charge extra. She just charges whatever the shipping is. And she usually gets it out the same day or the next day if the post office is closed. So, okay. There we go. All right. Now, I am going to use some pop. Did you know that they make black ones? Yep, they do. Love the black. When you're working with something like this, so much nicer. So it doesn't get seen. I didn't know they make black ones. Okay. We're going to pop that up. There we go. One. Okay, then we've got, let's get these flowers down. Where'd it go? That one. There we go. That's the one I want. I guess I better put the picture down first. Okay. From an old photo album to a 2022. My grandmother and her two brothers. Okay. Oop, can't tell if it's straight. I don't think it's straight. Ooh. Oh, woohoo. That was quick. There we go. All right. Now this one goes down. This is the one that's going to go under it. And I'm going to use some pop-ups a little under here to put it down. I think I can pull it back out. There we go. Don't have to put them on all the leaves. Put it on just that many. Okay. Look at there. We covered that tear. Okay. And we did the silver one inside. This one I'm not going to pop. I'm just going to leave it. Okay, now this one goes. This one I am going to pop. Oh, and we're going to be going to the Carolinas too this year. South Carolina. We're going to be staying there for a couple of motorhome rallies. We haven't talked to Susan yet, but I'm hoping maybe we can get together at least for a few minutes. Okay, that one. And this one, I think I will pop. Can't get it all the way up on all of them, but we'll do a few. Okay, here we go. They do make a tape. And I bought some the other day when I was there for class. Don't know where I put it. I think it's in my purse, but I'm not sure. So I'm just going to use these. But the strips would be perfect for this. Okay. Okay, there's that. This one I will not pop. Oh, let's pop that in. Okay, look how fast this is going together. There's this one. I'm not going to pop this one. Tuck it under. There we go. Okay, one more. And that one, to pop or not to pop? Let's pop. I haven't forgot you, Gracie. You're fine. She's found this new thing that she likes to play ball, but she likes to bury it in my couch cushions. And then she looks at you like, well, I did my job. Now you do yours. Go get my ball. Oh my goodness. Quirky dog. Quirky dog. Okay, now I am going to pop the butterfly. Did you know if you take this butterfly and you flip it over, put another piece, you get a whole butterfly? Isn't that cool? They designed that very well. Very, very well. Okay, we're going to make it look like he's on that leaf. Okay, now I'm going to put this one down, that one down. This one will not need a mat. Oh, it feels really good to get these in a book, guys, on the page. Really, really good. Okay, and now we're going to do this. See if we can pop it. Okay. Now this is an idea. We're going to hope it works. Okay. And I've got a little glue on the bottom of this. Oh, I pull out the pin. Well, maybe. There we go. Maybe. There it goes. I'm like, it should work. Okay, there's that piece. Put this on. And I think we'll pop it, because I think we'll stick our stamens under that. Okay. Okay, there's that. And we gotta turn it like that. Okay, just glue this down. There we go. All right, and then we'll take the stamens. And I'm not going to hear them right now, but I'm going to put 3 in and we'll just see how that works. Maybe 2. I'm just going to leave that there like that. Can you guys see that? That looked really good. Okay. To mat or not to mat? That is the question. We do have this. We can mat it with that. We can mat it with more of the green. Okay, guys, what do you think? Should we mat it or not? Maybe not. Let's just move it up a little bit. We'll just leave it. Move it up a little higher. There we go. One page done. On to the second. So close. One. Dots. Here. Center. Okay. This one. We'll curl it a little bit. And I'm not going to pop this one. I know we did on the other side, but we won't on this one. That one. Need this. It's there. And this one we will pop. Okay. I have my RV almost loaded with my scrapbook stuff. I'm excited about that. Put that one there. And this one, we will pop this one too. Ooh, I'm getting close to my 2 hours, girls. I was a little late starting, so I got a few more minutes, right? All right, let's see. Oop. Mouse here. This way. It says Joanne Fabrics has Nouveau luxury storage. May have to order online from there. Matte. No matte. Second one, matte. Matte. Everybody says matte. Green is better. Matte and ink. Matte. Well, I did matte. Loving this thing. Oh, good. Good, good. Okay, guys. Put that one right over top. Get a matte. Popped out this one. Put our pictures down. And that's all I'm going to do for tonight with you guys. And I'll do my doodle work. Put him on that little grass sprig. All right, now get these pictures. All right, well, I'm going to leave it as is. We're just going to be very gentle with it. And we're going to leave it there. All right. Woo, that's scary. You ever picked up something so fragile you were afraid of it? That's this. I mean, it's just so fragile. So once it's down, it's down. Getting messy. Okay, here we go. It's in the book for generations. And there it goes. Okay, got this one. Some people met any of them. Okay. Grandpa Charles. Right there. Great Grandpa Rasmussen. My husband has actually been doing the ancestry.com for us. And it's amazing what you find out from your ancestors. There we go. And what to do with this one. Okay. I'm going to do this with the scissors. I'm going to cut it off screen because I don't want to make a mess. See what we're doing here. This cardboard is really thick, like really thick. Let's cut this here. Almost done. There we go. And I think I'll ink around this one a little. Kind of hide those blemishes a little. The picture isn't square in the material, but I think we can get by with it. Let's just put it there. I like that. Okay. I think it'll hold. Hard to believe I'm holding my great-great-grandparents in my hand. Their picture. And it's just so cool. Okay. Now we got this. Go this way. That's why it's not right. Okay. And we will pop this one. Two more pieces here. Okay. I think this paper suits these photos very, very well. So if you have damaged photos, don't be afraid to work with them. Just remember, you're putting them in a book for generations to come. And they'll be in a lot better shape once you've scrapbooked them than had you not. This piece goes in there. Put some adhesive on it. Okay, then we put a couple stamens in. And I think that's all we'll do. So do you guys like it? Yes, no, maybe? Well, I'll get those in there. So there we go. That will be our vintage photos, our poorly conditioned photos. So I'll go back and doodle, and I might add a few more little bling blings and maybe something in the center of the flowers. But that's what we have for tonight, and just about right at my 2 hours. So I appreciate each one of you guys, and watch for the posting tomorrow. There will be a replay, so share it with your friends. And we hope to see you on the 7th. Okay. All right. Don't forget, if you need anything, just message me or leave a comment, and I'll get back to you. All right. Hey, love you guys. Have a good night.